Welcome, welcome back with I guess this is breakdown with Styles. I can't say watching with Styles, trying something new. Breakdown with Styles. And I owe this all to Mr. Avion. Because he is the initiator or the what is it called? Where you said the start of the fire. The igniter of these two episodes. Let's see how if it goes to episode 3. I gotta find somebody else. Because it's man, it I'm gonna just say this. I'm a believer, so I think God put this on my heart to do this because it's interesting, y'all, that I got the film that I showed yesterday a couple hours before I got this film from Twitter. And it allows me to keep preaching what I say about the position, about corner. Is that if you can't do it in practice, you can't do it in a game. Like I keep trying to tell people and try to tell kids back in the day, like, Coach, I'm a gamer. I'm like, okay, you can be a gamer in middle school, you can be a gamer possibly in high school. In college, you can't be a gamer because you'll never be afforded the opportunity to show a coach you're a gamer with bad practice habits because you gain that privilege of playing on Saturdays by what you do Monday through Friday. So it is God's will that I got these films back to back because I got to find some more film. Because what this guy showed in practice and what I showed, what I, in essence, showed you guys yesterday, it translates right to the game. His confidence, his when he triggers, man, he triggers. It's no hesitation. When he sees something, what my saying is, believe what you see what you believe. Once you pre-snap, see you see information that you have seen during the week. Key part about it is seen during your individual analysis of your next opponent and team. So when you see the formation, you see the split, you know the down the distance, you have investigated the entire structure of the formation, the personnel, and everything pre-snap. Now for a player, you got to believe what you're seeing now. It's let's say 3rd and 5. They're on the opposite hash. The receiver is inside the numbers. They like to run that. So you got to believe that they like to run, let's say, out route. I know that I'm just throwing some out. So now that's believing what you see. So now, once the ball is snapped, when you see it again, now you have to believe yourself in making that play and believe in yourself that all your film study, all your during the week, your coaches breaking down the film, your own scout team, they like to run this route on it. Now when you see it, you got to believe it and you got to go. And this guy does that in the highlights every damn time. Now it's about 3 minutes of highlights. I don't know if I'm gonna go through it all, but let's say I do. It is worth. This is worth high school kids seeing this and taking pieces of it away from it. I'm gonna go back to what I always say. When I came to college, I was really a quarterback. I played defense, but I was really a quarterback, and I see everything through a quarterback eyes. I was fortunate enough when I got to Kentucky to have three guys that were seniors. They were damn good corners. Three different corners, three different styles. And I will continue to say their name as long as I am walking this earth. Willie Cannon, Don Robinson, and Adrian Sherwood shaped my career. And more kids need to do this. More kids need to watch other guys play and take notes. That doesn't mean you have to completely emulate them, but you can take something from everybody. Like I can go and say Ron Woodson and Aeneas Williams, who was at Southern. Um, and I say that because I'm from Baton Rouge. Aeneas Williams, Green, Woodson, like those guys, you can see um, on film, and you can take. But when you have guys that you can actually see in person and see it live, practice with them, pick their brain a little bit, that's the difference. So I'm telling you, all young guys is just watch football, but don't just watch football just to watch it. Take something from every game. You make it meaningful. You if you're in high school and you have the aspirations of playing on the next level and then maybe the next level, watch games and watch it with be intentional in your watching. I guarantee you, if you are intentional, you will get something from it that can potentially help you get to the next level, whatever that level is. So let's. This is I'm watching this live with y'all again. I recorded. This is not like a game where I've watched it 6, 7, 8 times. So we're gonna watch this together. Okay. Key thing, y'all. Key thing is T Farm. Yes, yes, I like the Stein hire. Hey, I want y'all to understand. T Farm, thanks for chiming in because I would say this. I need to keep saying this. I am a University of Kentucky centric broadcast. So there are going to be a lot of Kentucky people that are going to chime in. If you are from, if your affiliations with other schools, please stay. But a lot of questions going to be Kentucky centric. T Farm, like I've said many times, um, whoever is donning that headset on Saturdays at Commonwealth Stadium will always have my support. So with this hire, I like the hire, and it's obviously bringing some more energy back to the program. So that's all you can ask for. Now, the results. Let's see what the results are or will be. Um, I know when Stoops have said it falls on deaf ears, but winning at Kentucky is difficult. CT Farm, I appreciate your fandom because that's a long time. So I want fans to be a little patient because he's not in a situation like Kirk Cinetti where he came from a G5 and he could bring players with him that knows the system, knows what he wants, knows what he expects because he was a head coach. Now this is an offensive coordinator coming from a brand name. He's not going to get a lot of players from Oregon to travel to Lexington with him. So he's going to have to hit the portal and hope that his brand of football, his name, entices people to come. Kind of like what happened today with Darby. But we're going to need a lot of those. Y'all, that the next year's schedule, since since 23, the schedule has gotten harder and harder. We added Texas, in Oklahoma, and then this year our conference schedule is a beast with only 3 non-conference games. And I know I'm getting off on a tangent, so I'm gonna stay with Avion. We might talk. I might do a broadcast Monday, so we can talk Kentucky stuff. All right, young guys, I want you to pay attention to his distance away from the receiver, because everything, man, when you start to play on this level, everything matters. If his technique is going, even though this guy's on the line of scrimmage, he's not pressed on. He's about a yard and a half off. A yard and a half off allows you to soft pedal, which means when the ball is snapped and he moves, basically when he moves, because you can't see the ball snap, when he moves, you are going to slowly backpedal. That's what a soft pedal means. You're going to slowly backpedal, mirror him, and play him from 1.5 yards. There's a lot of reasons for it, but if you're going to play 1.5, you have to soft pedal. If you get to 3 yards, now he has more of an advantage because he has better angles on his release. That's a whole nother level. So 1.5 yards is typically the foundation of playing soft pedal. And he does a great job of soft pedal. See that little scooch? Scooch. Let me go back. Watch the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I would like for him to get his hands on him to punch him. I would like a punch here with that left hand. He doesn't get a punch, but man, he is so good at the top of the route of making contact there. Making contact there, being engaged, fight for the ball. That is a great rep. Now, the reason why he's playing outside man is because it seems like they playing single high, man under. Single high, man under. I got a man, I got a man, I got a man. So I'm going to try to force him to the middle, and maybe he can help. Maybe, because it's not a guarantee. But I'm going to try to funnel him inside to where my help is. It's a great play. That's the way to fight, man. That's the way to fight, because that's actually a pretty good ball by the quarterback. It's behind him a little bit, but it's a pretty good ball because it's high. But Avion fights. Get that ball out of there, man. This is translation, y'all. Translation from what I showed you yesterday to what he's showing in the game. Put his foot in the ground. Good technique. Top of the route. Getting his hands on the receiver. Now, this is something that's, DB, blitz, great job. Ooh, that's just, I'm going to let that one play. Not worry about it. All right. Now, listen to me, y'all. This is nothing but film study. Film study, and also it's a result of the coverage that they're running. But this is film study. Watch what he does. They are rolling coverage. They are going to roll coverage over top of him. And as some people at Kentucky talk about cloud, this is what cloud is. Hard corner. We're going to roll over top of you. Now, here's the thing, though. Quarterback. Nussmeier sees. So this is what I want people to sometime understand. Now we're getting a little into the weeds, but I'm going to get a little into the weeds. All right. And I don't know Clemson's number one defense, but if Clemson specializes, let's say Clemson specializes in single high safety man under, right? They specialize in single high safety man under. I don't know why this went to full screen. Let's say that. I don't know why this didn't tap. So, pre-snap. Quarterback sees safety over number 2. So, safety over number 2. You have your obvious, then safety in the middle. He might think single high, right? This might be his number one matchup. Maybe that's an advantage for the quarterback. All right, once Nussmeier sees safety vacate, he thinks he has him wide open. Look at where the other 2 linebackers are. They are in the box. They are a far distance away from him. So once he sees safety vacates, corner wide, he thinks he has this tight end on this stick route wide open. Like I would. Let me bang that real quick. That's an easy pass. Linebackers in the tackle box. Safety vacates. I have that right now. Or do you? Great break by Avion. Then he gets to look. He is a strip magnet. Look where he is. He's at the bottom of the numbers. Bottom of the numbers. That's like 9 yards. He's probably about 7 yards away from this running back. Watch. He's progressing right when front hand comes off the ball. He's shooting this shot right there. Look. This guy is wide open. This safety cannot get to here. He's trying to get over the top. You got to trust it. Boom. That is a great play, man. That's an underrated play. Everything else by the offense is done right. Safety departs. Tight ends open. Gets it to him. Boom. Big time football. Same thing here. Now for my Kentucky fans, like I keep saying, distance don't matter. Because like when you play cover 4 or if you're gonna play man, cover 4, how I want to do this. You normally line up everybody 9 yards or 7 to 9 yards away from the ball because of the coverage. That's sometimes what cover 4 does, because you don't want the quarterback to understand what you're in, because you can run cover 2 from cover 4. So if you give a cover 4 look, you can confuse him a lot. But I want y'all to understand. This guy right here, that's 5. This receiver is, I'm going to say 7, but he's in between 6 and 7. So I'm going to give him 7. So that's 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can say 9.5 yards off. He's 9.5 yards off into the field. If you watch me for any time, you know that even though this route can be 7 yards from that hash, it is a much longer throw. And a quarterback is probably, if that's 7, that's 12. Like this is like 20-yard, 30-yard throw. So watch what Avion does. He takes quarterback. He shoots his shot. He shoots his shot before the quarterback even takes his front hand off the ball. Watch the quarterback. Watch when he's shooting now. He is coming downhill right now. That's why watching film matters. I don't know what triggered this. That's film study, y'all. There is nothing else but possibly being in, I don't know, y'all. I don't know the down and distance. I don't have a down and distance. I really don't know. There's something about trips, maybe running back away, running back weak, that triggers this. Now it could be, all right, the action of number 3 maybe triggers it. I don't know. But whatever he saw in film, remember what I said, well, believe what you see what you believe. Whatever happened in film study made him trigger that. There was nothing by the quarterback that triggers him driving this route. But whatever he believed, he saw it, he took it. That is unbelievable, y'all. As I say always, do your job. He's backside. It's a tight end. He forms the backside fence. There's no reason for him to drive all the way across the field. He's the backside contain guy. Do your job. That running back, looks like potentially wide zone. This running back has the ability to go anywhere. He can go there. He can press the line of scrimmage and go there. He can go there. Or he can go backside. And sometimes with running back, I think read this guy and this guy flowing with him, and he's like, there's nothing else back here. Well, you do have a corner. When the corner's in the run game, boom, punch the ball out. I'm telling you, man, the more I have watched, I am a big fan of Sis from South Carolina. Big fan. I actually have him in front of the Lane guy from LSU as far as my best corner possibly coming out. But the more I watch this guy, dude, I don't care how big he is. I don't care what. When you have a corner, here is what my opinion of this kid is that he's versatile. You can play him a nickel. You can play him outside. You can play him. He is, as you've seen, he's damn good in the run game. He's a good blitzer. So he's versatile. To me, the more I've watched, the more I believe he's probably the best corner. All right, y'all. There's another thing. Y'all don't. I troll a little bit because I've been saying this a long time because I played from this distance, and people complain about it. Look, he's 10 yards away. 10 yards away from the receiver. If you're going to play at 10, you can't bust out of your back pedal. Let him eat the cushion. He's 10 yards away, y'all. They run a 6-yard out route. Look where he's at. What else? What else do you want? Like I try to tell people all the time, you don't have to be 5 yards away. I'm going to just tell you, if you 5 yards away from the receiver, you have to backpedal quicker, which is going to, a lot of guys put them on their heels. When you press and you miss at the line of scrimmage, you don't get a good press, your ass is doomed. When you play at 10 and you play it correctly, you alleviate a lot of those problems. You don't give up 5-yard hitches. You only give up 5-yard hitches if you're in cover 3 and they have 2 receivers to your side and it's doubles and number 2 goes vertical. Because you have to respect the potential smash route. But if you're in man-to-man, it doesn't matter where you line up. You don't give up shit. You line up on the line of scrimmage. You line up about 1.5 yards. You play soft pedal. You line up at 5 to 7. You not bail out. Your back pedal has to be a little faster. You line up at 9 to 10. Your back pedal is slower. Doesn't matter. You are not giving up 5 yards. The only time you're giving up 5 yards, if you are in cover 3, cover 3. We call it green when I was in college. You're in cover 3, and number 2 goes vertical. That's the only time that you have to give up the hitch. Because if they run a smash route is a short underneath route and a corner route or a sail route. You cannot give up the sail route. You got to make them throw the short route. Could be an out, could be a hitch, could be a curl. Because you have to protect the deep ball. So in cover 3, if they run that concept, there's a potential of giving up the flat because that is one part of the field that's not covered. In cover 3, the flats are not covered. He is 10 yards off, y'all. First of all, watch his eyes. When that receiver drop his hips, he has one of the best reactions to top of the route cut, hand on the ball. Now this is just soft press. I want the young guys to just see the patience in his soft press. How long did he stay square? Dude, he's only a yard and a half away from the receiver. Watch how long he stays square. There's a lot of guys in soft press that would turn right now. Open their hips and turn now. He still hasn't turned. He really still hasn't turned until right there. That's when he completely opens. Like right there, his shoulders are still square, pretty much square to the line of scrimmage. He doesn't turn until right there. The ball started here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 yards of him staying square. That's how you win routes. Staying square as long as possible. The patience, I know it's hard. I know it's you are scared to get beat deep. Don't get scared to get beat deep. That's it. Again, this is that same coverage we showed earlier. Like quarterback sees this right here, there's nobody there. He's playing on the numbers. He's on the hash. Safety going on the top. Your linebackers are inside the box. You believe you have this all day. But again, like I said, y'all, see this throw is longer than the, what's that, 13-yard throw it is linear. It's longer than that. It's longer than that throw. So he has the ability to break 1/3 of the distance of the pass. If you break, front hand comes off the ball. He's breaking before the front hand comes off the ball. So he gets an extra break, which he actually overruns it. Dude, this is elite. This is on the level of Dre Bly when he played at North Carolina. Nor, yes, I can see your tweets, your chats. That is unbelievable. That should be a pick. He does too much right to not come down with that. But that's film study, y'all. For him to break right now, before the front hand comes off the ball there. Front hand comes off there. And he took one step before the front hand came off the ball. He needs that one. You need to come down with that one. I want young guys to really pay attention to this because I think it's huge. All right. Ball is on the opposite hash. This receiver is lined up outside the numbers. The football field is 53 1/3 yards wide. It's basically almost evenly distributed with 17 yards. It's a little bit more than 17, but let's just go 17. 17, right? It's 34 yards. From bottom of the numbers to the sideline is 7. So he's 23 yards away from the quarterback. He only has probably 5.5 yards of room outside of him. There's only probably 5.5 yards right there. So what is the more likelihood of him going? Just large averages. He's probably going to run somewhere inside, right? Somewhere in here, somewhere. That's pre-snap what you're thinking. So if you think he's going to run an inside route, line up more inside. Avion's got to be 2 yards inside of the receiver. He's 9 yards away from him. Slow back pedal. Now he turns quickly, but he's still square. I don't mind it. I really can't say anything because I'm getting ready for right now. This receiver has pressed me down the field so much. I'm thinking he might run a go route. So I got to prepare myself to run with him. But look at the patience. He's got 10-yard cushion, 9.5. Now he's probably got a 5-yard cushion, but he's still patient. He's not bailing and running. He's patient. Receiver gives him, the receiver gave it to him right there. That little short step said, oh, he's not going to go deep. He's going to break. Now here's the part that I want corners to understand. If you're going to line up at 10, let him break the cushion. If he goes vertical, you can jam him here. But if not, you're in perfect shape. You're 3 yards cushion, right? You still have a cushion. You don't need 8 yards here. You need about 3 to 5. He's got about 3. Watch him mirror the receiver's breakdown, drop his hip. He drops his hips. And now he has the best trigger I've seen in a long time. Look at that. Both feet in the ground. He's coming forward before the receiver. Gotta get that one. That's good work, man. That's high level work. Now he's playing nickel. I went too far, didn't I? The reaction, man. See, some guys right here, when that guy screams across, they will wait a beat and then go. The receiver has the leverage if he's playing outside because it's single high, he's outside. So if the receiver goes on a mesh or shallow route, he's got him beat by assignment. But watch him take a great angle. Obviously, he has great speed. Cut him off at the path. Yo, that is, if you would have caught it, that's a no yard game. It's believing in what he sees. And to me, as a corner, when people want to knock him for his size, when a guy does this and is available for the run game, fuck the size. Great hips. Fearless. Fearless. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all, look how long he stays square. Look how long he stays square to the line of scrimmage. That wide receiver gave him a whole lot. That wide receiver takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 steps. He's going nowhere. You don't panic. Stay square as long as you can. Boom. Hands on him. Ball game. Okay, now I'm going to say this is how I would want my corner to play press bail. I don't like when you come out here and you just run right away. I would rather if you do that, a good quarterback can see the bail. But trust my abilities. Or again, look how he's not so happy to blitz where he's going to run around a quarterback. He settles down. A lot of guys would have ran by him. Ooh. 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 yards away. Got his hands on him at the top. Outside leverage. Reese, that's film study there. He knew what was coming. Outside leverage. Go beat him to the spot. Beat him to the spot. Mm. Mm. This last one. Look how I want people to really grasp. He's playing soft pedal. If you're gonna play soft pedal, you gotta stay square as long as you can. If you stay square with this guy dancing so much, he doesn't get the advantage because you don't overreact and open up too quickly. So now he can either stack you, stay on your toes, keep your leverage, stay outside. Good shit, man. This is high level. I'm telling you, he right now is leaning towards being my top corner in the draft. Ten yards away, watch him play catch. I'm daring you to go deep. Now, he should have picked that. Daring you to go deep. It's unbelievable patience. Because the next thing, oh, look, I wanted since the last one. All right. Look at the position. He's on kind of the bottom of the numbers. He's definitely on the bottom of the numbers. If the receiver went anywhere else but stop, he was in prime position to get a jam. See that? Even if the receiver wanted to go around him or go inside, he was in perfect position to still get a jam. We're in college, not the pros. He's in position no matter what the receiver did, since the receiver did not have a release, since the receiver didn't have a inside or an outside release, he went straight down the chute. So then, in that case, you really don't have to even mirror. You don't have to weave or anything. You can just stay where you are. He didn't threaten you at all. Like, I just want people to understand. If, like for us, sometimes our corners line up at 10, but then they backpedal out of here. Why? You 10 yards away. If you want to be the guy who backpedals away, line up here. Like right here. If you like the backpedal, that's all I got to say, man. This is unbelievable work. If anyone else, any other film, cut-ups, highlights of any other corner, y'all can send it my way. I'm at Driving with Styles on YouTube, DStyle17 on TikTok and Twitter. Hit your boy up. While you at it, go to YouTube, go to Driving with Styles. Sounds is just like it sounds, Driving with Styles, Styles. Find me on YouTube, subscribe. I would appreciate it. Like, comment, share as always. And to you young guys, watch other guys play, especially this kid. Watch Avion play. Get something from it. Get some tips from it. Get something that you can pattern your game off of. Just a little bit. You don't have to take the whole thing. But there is too much that he does right. And you can get a lot of good stuff from this kid. That's all I got now. It's time for me to go watch women's basketball, women's volleyball, and men's basketball tonight. I will see y'all probably next week. I will, as I said after the Louisville game, I'm gonna try to do something once a week, and it might be Monday. I've been trying to be a better drinker. Well, Steven, don't do that. See, my buzzword and during game breakdowns is do your job. That's what Jeff Drummond would that was on his bingo card. So appreciate you showing up as usual, Steven. All y'all have a good rest of your day. And guess that's it, and go Cats.
116 left to play in the game. Quarterback drops into the end zone.